Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so just open that same existing file. So yesterday we did with this a wing window for the curtain walls. Okay. Suppose we're gonna add today with the door, the glass door in the curtain wall system. So if I want to replace any one of these panel into a glass door actually, so first thing first is that we need to load the family of the door. So to load the family of the door, what I'm going to do over here is that I'm going to come into insert tab. So if you come into the insert tab, and when you come in insert tab, you have this option called as load family. So when I click on load family, you get this load family dialog box. From there, I'm gonna go into that specific folder of libraries. Okay, so in the libraries folder, we'll take the English folder. You have a lot of other countries as well. So you have English, English Imperial, German, and other languages as well. I'm going to take English folder, and in that I'm going to go in the folder called as US and look up for a folder called door. So here we have the door folder. Okay, so I'm going to go into the doors folder, and in the door folder I'll find a lot of type of doors. So you'll find commercial door, hardware of the door, residential doors, and some other doors as well. So if I look into these folders only, so you'll find that we have this curtain wall door. So you can see we have a curtain wall door. So when I select this, you can see it's a double panel door. Okay, then we have curtain wall double again, but it says with storefront. So this door would be having the mullion framing as well. Okay, so the other one was just a double panel glass door. This was double panel glass door with the framings actually. So it's with the storefront with the mullions, and then we have a single panel glass door as well. So we have a single panel glass door, we have a double panel glass door, and double panel glass door with storefront. So I'm going to load all these three doors. So I'm going to hold the control key and select all the three curtain wall doors. You can see all the three curtain wall doors are being selected, and then I'm going to click on open to open that door. So it's been loading up, and once it's been loaded, now I can select the panel that I want to replace with the door. So supposingly this panel, so I'm just going to keep the cursor on that panel, and hit the tab key. So once I select the tab and select that panel, so that panel has been now been selected. You can see it's highlights in red. And from here, from the type list properties, we can go into the search list, and we can apply the type of door that we wanted to apply it basically. So whether you want to apply double panel storefront door, we can apply the double panel storefront door. So you can see there is a door being applied it now. Double panel door has been applied it with the storefront. Okay, now once again, if I select that door and replace it to the other type, maybe if I want to apply a double panel door without the storefront, so we can use this double panel door with no storefronts, with just the glass panels. Okay, and once again I can select this door. Maybe if I want a single glass panel door, I can use a single glass panel door as well. So this is now a single glass panel door. You can see. You can see there's a little bit gap between the door and the panel of the glass. So we can select the door, make sure we come into the edit type. The value of offset has been given to the door, which is around 50 offsetted. So we're going to make that value to 0. Okay, so that the door stays in the center of the glasses. Okay. This is how it comes basically. Now this door has a little bit issues. It has a lot of errors. It doesn't, first thing first, it doesn't have the detailings like the base plate is missing, the shim space is missing of the door, then the hinges are been missing. Okay, the handle of the door is not very detailed. It's very very simple. It's just like a square or a rectangle box. Not even a perfect shape of handle has been created. Um, so it's very less parametric and very less detailing basically there. So this type of door is not can be utilized for 3D purpose, but just for 2D purpose, yes, you can show it, but not really for the 3D purposes. So ideally, if I look at from a plan view now, you can see there's a glass door is been added, a symbol of door is been added inside the panel of the glass, which I can select it and flip the hinges or flip the swing basically. There maybe I want to swing on the other side, or maybe on this on the other side. Okay, so maybe I need to create my type of door which has all the parameter details at least, so that we can show a very parametric detailing door. Okay, so let's create our type of specific type of door actually. Okay, parametric door. So I'm going to divide this into 3 parts. Let's first create the panel. After once the door panel is been created, we'll create the door handles and the lock system, means the hinges. And in the third part, we'll create the 2D swing action of the door. The 2D swing action means this action of the door, how much angle of degree it will be opening and all that stuff. So we're going to create a curtain wall door, a parametric curtain wall door. Okay, so I'm going to create this into 3 parts. So in part 1, we're going to create the panel of the door, means the glass panel. Maybe you want a single panel or you want a double panel. Then in the second part, we're going to create the hardware of the door, like the handle or the lock systems. And in the third part, we're going to create the system, means the 2D swing parameter of the door basically. Okay, so let me use that whiteboard for you. So first thing, we're going to create a curtain wall door. With parameter. Okay, so we're going to divide this into 3 parts. So in part 1, we're going to make the door panel. Okay. This can be either like single panel or double panel. can create both a single panel and a double panel as well. In the second part, we're going to create the hardware of the door. And in the third part, we're going to create the 2D action of the door. Okay, so this is the content that we're going to do it for the door. Okay, so we're going to use door panel. We're going to create single and double panel both. We're going to create the hardware of the door and the 2D swing action of the door. Okay, so let's start. So first I'm going to create the door panel, single and double. And today we're going to also create some hardware of the door. Okay, maybe I'll first create the handle, and maybe in the next class, if we get a little bit more time, we can complete the locks and the hinges. Okay, so let's see what else we can create. We are going to create a parametric door. Remember that we're going to create a parametric door. That means we can have all the flexibility control of the door as well. So let's do it. So to create a new family of the door for the curtain wall, I'm going to come into the file menu, take new command, and going to take family, and under the new family dialog box will appear, and that I'm going to go into the English folder, and under the English folder I'm going to search for doors. Actually we are creating door, so I'm going to say that we want to create a door, so I'm going to search for metric door. Here we have but we are creating a metric door for the curtain wall system, so I'm going to use metric door dash curtain walls, and this is the family that we're going to use it. Click on open, and here the family editor opens up for creating the door. It's just like the window only. So this is your exterior side, this can be your interior side. Now what I'm going to do over here is that I'm going to actually create reference plane over here, and I'm going to use, so to create a reference plane, I went into the create tab and took the reference plane option. The shortcut key for reference plane is RP. So if I press RP, and I can take the pick line option, I'm going to give an offset distance. Let's say I'm going to give an offset of at least around 7.5 mm, and I'm going to give a 7.5 mm offset to this center horizontal line, one on the bottom direction and one on the top direction. Okay, then I'm going to press escape. Then I'm going to take this dimension tool, and I'm going to dimension these actually. So this reference plane, the center reference plane, and the last reference plane. Just going to reduce this size to 1:1 scale, and I'm going to put this an equal parameter. Okay, and then once again I'm going to use the dimension tool from the bottom plane. I'm not taking the center plane, just directly taking the last top plane, and this is coming to, total thickness is coming to 15 mm. I'm going to label this as thickness. Okay, so this can be your thickness for the door. So we already have that label of thickness, so I'm going to just simply apply that parameter. So thickness of the door is going to be 15 mm. Now we can change that thickness from 15 mm to 18 mm or to 20 mm, whatever thickness you wanted to apply it. So if I type 18 mm in the thickness and click on apply, the thickness changes to 18 mm. Okay, which is perfect. We have the door panel ready. Now we wanted to actually create double door as well as a single panel door as well. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into this option called as family type. Okay, so in the same family only, I'm going to create double family basically उधर. तो so एक ही family block के अंदर हम लोग double डोर के टाइप्स क्रिएट करेगी, एक सिंगल टाइप भी क्रिएट करके रखेगी और डबल टाइप भी क्रिएट करके रखेगी, ताकि बार बार मुझे ये फैमिली बनानी नहीं पड़े। तो कभी अगर मुझे सिंगल पैनल डोर चाहिए रहेगा तो आई कैन मेक इट सिंगल पैनल डोर ऑल्सो बाय सिंपली क्लिकिंग ऑफ अ बटन, and if I want to convert that single panel door into a double panel door, I can make that into a double panel door as well. So I'm going to come into the family type. So when I come into the family type, this dialog box will appear called as family type dialog box. And in this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this tab option over here, which is given, which says new type. And I'm going to click on new type, and I'm going to name this type as single panel door. And one more time I'm going to click on new type, and I'm going to call this type as double panel door. Now you have both of it. So if I take single panel door, I have the same dimension, and even in the double panel door I have the same dimensions available. So I'm going to first create a single panel door. So I'm going to take single panel door option from this type. Single panel door is there, and then I'm going to click on apply and click on OK. Okay, so that's done. So we are creating a single panel door first, and then we'll create a double panel door. Now for creating a single panel door, I'm going to come in the interior elevation view. So you can see I'm coming into the interior elevation view, double click it. So when I'm in the interior elevation view, I'm able to see this reference level. So I want to hide that level. So I'm going to press VG for visibility graphics. And in visibility graphics, I'm going to come into annotate category and off the level display and click on OK. You can see now we don't see the level head. We just see these dashed lines. These are my reference plane line. Now I can use the dimension tool once again. I'm going to dimension this reference plane to the last reference plane till here, and the bottom reference plane to the top reference plane till here. Now these reference plane would be having a parameter. So I'm going to create a parameter for these. These parameter would be called as door length. Now this parameter would be an instance parameter plus a reporting parameter, because the door length will be depending on the gridding spacing that you have kept it in your project. Okay, so the grid space can be varies. It can be of 2 meter, it can be of 1 meter, it can be of 0.90 meter, or it can be of 0.80 meter, whatever length spacing grids you have used it. So that's why we're going to keep it as an instance and reporting parameter. Even the door height would be instance and reporting parameter. So door height and the door length both would be instance and reporting. Okay, and then we're going to click on OK. So now you can see the door height has been mentioned over here, and the door length has also been mentioned. So we have created parameters for the door length and the door height. Now we are ready to create the form shape, the panel shape actually. So I'm going to create a single panel door. So it's going to create from this end up till this end. So I'm going to come into create and take the solid extrusion form. Okay, so I'm going to take this solid extrusion form, and I'm going to create a rectangular shape starting from this end point. But before I create a rectangle shape, I'm going to give an offset to a distance. So let's say I'm going to give like 1 mm or 1.5 mm of offset space. And I'm going to use spacebar to flip it to the internal direction. And I'm going to create all the way till this end point of here. Okay. You can see there is a space between that reference plane and this sketch line. And I can also give this dimensions. So I'm going to provide dimension to these reference plane line, say sketch line takka. Okay, it's like 1.5 mm. I'm just going to reduce the scale to 1:1 scale. Okay, so that's one. I'm going to apply for this one as well. Plane to sketch line. Always remember that we have to take the dimension from the reference plane first and then the second on the sketch line. Even at the bottom we'll be needing it. So this bottom one is coming like 1.5 mm. So I'm going to label this parameter. I'm going to call this as undercuts. Okay. This can be in type parameter, and then you can click on OK. So the undercuts is in type parameter. Now I'm going to select these left, top, and these side ones, the right one. Label this as shim space. Click into the type parameter and click on OK once again. And I'm gonna click on the finish edit mode to complete the process. So I'm gonna switch this mode to constraint colors so that you can see them actually. So you can see the shape has been formed, single panel shape has been formed. I'll come into the reference level, okay, not the ceiling reference level, but the floor reference level. And as you can see, this is like sliding outside my reference plane. So I'm going to use these shape tools, these draggers actually. So shape drag tool, drag it to the reference plane and make sure that it's locked. So that's one side has been locked. The other one is like still going out. So I'm going to drag this all the way in and lock it to that plane. So now it fits to the thickness plane. So it comes with the thickness now. You can switch this mode to constraint color once again. You can select this panel and we're gonna subcategorize this panel. So we're gonna put it into subcategory of glass. And you can also apply the material associate parameter to it. So there is a associate parameter as well for the material. And I'm gonna call this as single panel glass material. Can have it the type parameter to it. Then we can click on OK. Once again, OK. So you can see there is a equal sign coming next to the material options, which means we can control the material for that single panel glass door. Similarly, I'm going to select this panel. There is an option called as over here like visible. And even in visibility, there is an associate family parameter to that, and I'm going to click on that as well and create a parameter and call this parameter as single panel door, and then I'm going to give it as type parameter, and then I'm going to group it under visibility. So I'm going to search for visibility. So we're going to group this under visibility. It's been done, and then I'm going to click on OK. And once again, OK. So it's been put up. Now I'll just come into the family types. So we can see that shim space we can increase and reduce. We can undercuts also. Maybe we want it of 5 mm. We can increase and decrease the undercuts. We can also control the material of the single panel. And we can also control the visibility settings as well, basically. Okay. Now for the single panel, it is on, but while I'm using a double panel door, the visibility should be off basically there. So when I'm creating a double panel door, I'll make sure the single panel door visibility is been turned off, and then I'm going to click on apply. And now if I look into the single panel, you can see it's on, but when I'm going into double panel, it is showing me off basically. So while double panel, the panel visibility would be off basically. Okay, so now this is a double panel door. We need to create a double panels. So single panel has been done. So let's start create for the double panels at least. So for double panel door, once again, I'm going to come into the interior view, and I'm gonna just temporarily hide these element. So I'm gonna right click or I'm gonna select this element, and I'm gonna use this lens button basically there over here. So there is an glass icon, and which gonna say hide element. So it will hide that element for temporary purposes. So you can say temporary hide and isolate. So it is temporary hidden. It's fine. Now I'm going to create a double panel door. Okay, so I need to create two panels actually, double paneled actually. So
So
for
can you
that,
please show how you got the temporary hide and isolate again?
so you can see this icon over here at the bottom.
Yes, sir.
If you click on that, you will find option for hide element. Just click
Okay.
on it. It will hide that element basically. First, you need to select that element, which element you wanted to hide it basically. Okay, so
Yes,
I
sir.
selected the single panel glass, and then click on that icon and click on hide element to hide it basically.
Yes, sir.
Now we want to create a double panel actually, double panel glass. So I'm gonna once again come into create, and gonna take solid extrusion once again. Gonna take a rectangular shape, and the rectangular shape also I'm gonna give an offset of 1.5 mm, and I'm going to create one shape right from this end. I'm going to use the spacebar to flip it in the internal direction all the way till the half of this point till here. So that's one panel, right? You can create the second panel in the similar way. Or if you want to create two separately wise, you can create two separate wise. So I'm going to first create one panel. So this will go into the undercuts. This might go into the shim space. Come back to the plan view and gonna make sure that these handles have been aligned and locked to that reference plane actually. So that's one panel been done. You can select that panel, and you can give the material subcategory as glass, and even the material category. You can call this as double panel glass one material. And similarly, I'm gonna create another glass. So again, I'm gonna take that extrusion. I'm gonna give that 1.5 mm shim spacing. have that label. Put this into subcategory of glass, material associate parameter as well. Double panel glass to material. Finish mode, come back to the floor reference level and once again drag it and make sure you lock it. Okay, once again I'm going to come into the interior views. We have these two double panels ready. You can select this double panel and the other side double panel as well, and then the visibility settings, we need to apply the visibility settings as well. So I'm going to create a parameter for visible as well. So I'm going to call this parameter as double panel door. And I'm going to click on OK. And I'm going to come back to the family type. So in the double panel door, the double panel visibility is on. Just going to edit this settings, should be under the group of visibility. Right. So in double panel door, it is on and the single panel is off. When I'm in the single panel door, the single panel door should be on and the double panel should be off. And then I'm going to click on apply. So now it's will be working perfectly. So you can check this out. So you can see in double panel, we have double panel door active, and in single panel, the single panel door has been active. Okay, and all we have the controllers over here, so we can change the thickness of the door, we can change the shim spacing, and we can even change the undercuts of the door as well, basically. So that is what we can totally change its parametrics, basically. Okay, edit time, and if you want to bring that single panel also, you can switch this to reset, and now you'll be able to see both the panels, actually single panel and the double panel, actually on the same file itself. So we have these almost these door panels at least ready. Right now what we need to do is we need to create the handles for the door. Okay, and we're gonna create a very simple handles, actually. You can create these kind of handle or maybe something in these shapes, or you can use pipe shapes as well, like these shapes, or maybe that is going that shape as well, or maybe this shape. So you can create multiple types. So I'm going to show you these type first. You can try the second and the third one by yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to save this image on my desktop just for referential purpose. So I want to create this shape of handle. So it's round pipe shape and it's like curving bend as well. Okay, so let's create this shape. So to create the shape of the handle, I'm going to create another separate family. So I'm not going to create in the same family. I'm going to use it as a separate family and then load it up over here. So to create an handle family, I'm going to take file, new family. Okay, so we're going to create the hardware of the door handle, actually. So taking the new family, actually, to create the hardware, not creating in the same family, because if I do that, it will be a little bit more complicated in shape wise. So I need to create it in a separate family actually. So let's do that. So I'm going to take family options and going to come into the English folder once again. And this time I'm going to search for a family template called as generic model. So I'm going to looking for generic model. So I'm going to search for metric generic model. Here we have metric generic model, but in metric generic model also I'm going to take metric generic model face base command basically there. So I'm gonna looking for metric generic model face base. Here it is. Okay, you can see metric generic model face base. Okay, and then I'm going to click on open. Okay, so that template will open up. Now assume that this is your front face of your door actually. Okay, so this is my vertical reference plane, horizontal reference plane. So I'm going to create some two horizontal reference plane, one over here and one at the bottom. And I'm going to label this or dimension this. So this line, this center line, and this line. And going to give them equal parameter. And once again, I'm going to put up this dimension, and I'm going to label this parameter as the handle height, or you can call this as handle length. So I'm going to call this as handle length. I'm going to put this into the type parameter and click on OK. So that's there. And then I'm going to come into the left elevation view. So in the left elevation view, I'm going to provide another horizontal reference plane. And I'm going to call this as the depth, the handle depth. And we are ready to create that shape that we have decided to. So this shape is need to be created. It's like it's a little bit curved from the ends. All right, so that's not a problem. So let's do that. Let's create that shape over here. Okay, so to create that shape, I'm going to come into the create command, okay, or the create tab. And now I'm going to take the form not as extrusion, but I'm going to take a form called as solid sweep. Okay, so we're going to take the form called as solid sweep. Okay, now in solid sweep, what we need to do is first we need to create the path, and then we need to create the profile basically there. So the path is generally, it is this is the path actually. So this line is gonna be my path, and the profile would be the shape, means it's a pipe shape. So we're going to create circle. If it was a square shape, we would have created a square profile. So instead of round, it would have come as square basically there. Okay, so we need to create two elements when we are using solid sweep. First is we need to create the path, and the second is we need to create the profile. Okay, so first I'm going to create the path for the handle. So I'm going to take solid sweep command, and I'm going to take sketch path command from here. Okay, so I'm going to draw the path actually. So sketch path, and I'm going to draw a path from starting from this point from here to here. Then I'm going to draw it all the way till this line, and I'm going to drag it till here as well. Then I'm going to press escape. So you can see this pink line is being drawn. So this is my path actually. And I just wanted to, give a little bit radius to these path as well. So fillet them off. So I'm going to give this fillet arc command from here. So I'm going to take fillet arc, and I'm going to give a radius of approximately 3 to 5 mm bend actually. So let's take 3 mm of bend, and I'm going to give a 3 mm bend. So you can see a slight bend has been formed, curve has been formed. Okay, and then over here as well.
So
Yeah,
could
go
you
ahead.
show how did you make that fillet again?
Yeah, here you have the fillet arc command. Okay, you pick
Okay,
that
yes, sir,
option,
got it.
and then you on this radius, and then you provide what radius you wanted. For example, I'll just repeat this step. Let just Control Z there. You can see there is no fillet over here. So in the sketch path tool only, you have this tool called as fillet arc. And when I take fillet arc, in the option bar, we have this radius to be turned. We need to turn it on, and we need to provide the radius at what radius you wanted to curve it or bend it basically. So I'm going to give 3 mm over here. You want 5 mm, you can take 5 mm. How much you want, you can take it up. Give this line and this line. It's going to give a radius over there, and same over here, this sketch line and this sketch line, and it's been done. So we have that bends applied it. Okay, now if you feel that your handle depth is too much, it's 244, you want to reduce it, you can come over here and reduce the handle depth. Maybe I want it of just 100 mm. I'm going to get 100 mm depth, so it's going to make that of just 100 mm basically. Right, so we have that depth basically there. Okay, maybe I'm just going to give 120 mm. Right, now once the path is ready, we wanted to actually create the profile, and now the profile is circular. So I'm going to finish this path editing mode. So I'm going to click on the finish edit mode to complete the process. Finish. And once the path is ready, we are ready to create the profile. So we have this option called as edit profile over here now, so that we can create the profile shape for the door handle. So I'm going to click on the edit profile option, and when I do that, it tells me that okay, you can't create a profile in this view. You either need to come into your floor plan view, or either you need to come into your 3D view. So I'm going to take the floor plan view and click on open with command, and it will take me to the floor plan view. And now I need to create that profile shape somewhere over here outside this dotted line. Okay, so I'm going to create somewhere over here. You can see this red dot line has been there, so I'm just have to create it somewhere over here. Okay, so I'm going to create a circular shape and draw a circular shape right over here of at least a radius of 15 mm, and I'm going to make sure that this circular shape stays on this line, this end over here. Here we go. I can also provide a diameter dimension to this circle. So I'm going to give this dimension this. So it's like say diameter 30 mm, which I'm going to label this. I'm going to call this as handle profile dia. So that anytime if I want to control the profile diameter, I can control the profile diameter as well. So sometimes if you want it of just 25 mm profile diameter, we can tell them that we just want of 25 mm, and to convert that shape into 25 mm. Now it sees it's misaligned it somewhere, so you can once again like align it, or you can lock its position so that it doesn't move it from there actually. Make sure that it stays on that position. Should not move it at least. So I'm going to just align it and lock these lines actually, so that my profile dia doesn't shift anywhere from there. Right. And one more thing, I'm going to do it like, so I'm going to click on the finish edit mode and I'm going to come back to the left elevation view and I'm going to select this path line and double click on that sketch path line, and I'm going to also make sure that I align it. So align the reference plane and the sketch line and lock them so that they don't accidentally move it. So they are been now locked. In the finish mode, and once again I'm going to click on the finish edit mode to complete the process, and we can see the handle shape has been ready. and they are parametric. So like if I want to change the length of the handle, which is 800 mm, which is quite a large size, make that to 450. Apply it, and you can see it's change. Just reduce the depth. It does change. If I wanted to increase the diameter, I can also change the diameter. Okay, or can reduce the diameter as well. Okay, so it's all totally parametrically controllable. That's great. We have complete handle with parameters. Right. So the handle is ready. Now I can select the handle. I can put it as a subcategory as none only, but just gonna give the material option. So in the material, I'm gonna create an associate family parameter, and I'm gonna call this parameter as handle material. Click on OK, and the handle is ready. We can save this family. I'm going to save this family on the desktop. Call this as glass door handle. Okay, save it, and then I can load this into my glass door family. It's been loaded. Okay, so now we can apply this glass door handle wherever we wanted to apply them. Right. So I'm going to come into the family types and for the single panel. So for the single panel, I want the door handle somewhere over here, right over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some reference plane. So I'm going to create a reference plane, one right over here, and one right over here, horizontal like that. Right. And I'm going to provide a dimension as well. So from the outer reference plane till this plane here, and from the bottom reference plane till this plane up to here. Okay, and I'm going to label this. I'm going to call this as handle offset. And this one as handle sill height. Okay, click on OK. I have the placement lines for the single panel one. This is for the single one. Just make sure that your handle offset is like around just 150 mm. And the handle sill height, I'm going to give it as 900 mm. Or maybe I'm just going to give it like 1000 mm. Perfect. And I'm happy with that. Okay. Right. So let's place the handle now for the single panel one. So I'm going to now come into create and take the option call as place component. Okay, and I'm going to place the component, and I'm going to place it one right over here. So that's one handle. Okay, on the interior side. So this is for the interior side, and I'm going to take the align tool. And when I take the align tool, I'm going to first take this vertical reference plane and the vertical sketch line and align it and lock it. I'm going to take the horizontal reference plane and I'm going to align it the horizontal sketch line and make sure it is locked. Okay, now I'm going to come into the floor reference plan just to check whether it's been properly aligned. Yes, it is. So it's there. Applied it properly. You can select that handle. We can give this visibility parameter as well. Okay, so we can provide a visibility parameter for these handle as well, right? But later on I'll just put the other side as well. So I'm going to come on the exterior side as well, and even I want to add a handle on the exterior side as well. So once again I'm going to come into create, take component, place a component. I'm going to place another handle on the exterior side as well. So it doesn't come really proper. So if I look at from the plan view, it says on the wrong direction. So I'm going to flip it by flipping the work plane. Now it's perfect. I'll come back to the exterior elevation view. You can see the handle. And once again, I'm going to take the align tool. First, I'm going to select the vertical reference plane and going to select the vertical sketch line and make sure you lock it. Then I'm going to select the horizontal reference plane and going to select the horizontal sketch line. Make sure I lock it. I'm just going to go back into the floor plan view just to see whether it's been aligned and locked. Yeah, it is. I'm going to select these two handle and going to give them as a visibility parameter as well. Okay, I'm going to call this glass door handle actually. You can come into, let's leave them as it is only. Visibility के बाजू में there's a little small box called as associate family parameter. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to call these as single panel door. And then I'm going to click on OK. So it is going to be visible only to the single panel door right now. And I'm going to come into the edit type also over here. And in this, you can see in edit type, we have handle depth, handle length, and handle profile dia. So I'm going to give them an associate parameter to that as well. So I'm going to give this handle depth as handle depth. So it's not there, so we're going to create it. So call this as handle depth so that we can control the handle depth in the project as well. So handle depth goes with the handle depth. Handle length will go with handle length. So it's not there anywhere. Handle length is not there. I'm going to create it. Handle length. And I'm going to create this as type and once again click on OK. The spelling is wrong, so we can adjust the spelling later on. And the handle profile dia. So all these get equal sign. Even for the material, I'm going to click on associate parameter. Call this as handle material. Okay, so all these get equal sign, which is good. You can control these parameters at least. You can also give these associate parameters to the manufacturer name as well. Even the cost for the handle you can provide it. Cost can go under the cost category. You can apply that and then you can click on OK. So that's for the single panel right now. Okay, so you can check it out. All these parameters are there. Well, there was one spelling mistake over here, so you can see handle length spelling mistake is there. So you can click on the edit parameter and we can change it. apply. Okay. Similarly for the double panel door, so I'm going to switch this to double panel door. So when I'm applying a double panel door, we're gonna first create the interior view. I'm going to create first the reference planes. Okay. I'm going to stretch this reference plane over here. And I need to create another horizontal plane at least. Create another vertical plane. This dimension from this center plane up till here. And we're going to label this under handle offset. All right. You can once again add a component, the handle component, and add one for here and one for here. Okay, and align it to this the sketch plane and lock it. Select this panel, and this will go into the visibility, but I'll do that later on. First, I'll add into on the exterior side as well. Again, create component, add two of them. Back to the reference floor plan. They are facing on the wrong direction, so I'm just going to flip it and flip it back to the exterior view and align it once again. So for aligning, first I'm taking the vertical plane and the sketch line, lock, then the horizontal plane and the horizontal sketch line, lock it, vertical plane, vertical sketch line, lock, horizontal plane and horizontal sketch line, and lock them. We can check it from the floor plan view. It's all perfect. We can select all these handles. This is for the double panel, and this will go into the visibility associate family parameter of the double door. Okay, so we all have the categorized parameters. So now if I switch this to single panel, this will be active. Oh, you can see this is not been aligned properly. So it's misaligned. So this one is not aligned and locked. Align and lock it. Make sure that even this horizontally it is locked actually. Now it's perfectly locked up. So now if I switch this to double panel, somewhere it's like flipping actually. Maybe of the offsets. Let's check in the offsets. Yeah, the handle sill height is in the double panel is should be supposed to be 1000, and that's supposed to be 150 at least for the double panels, and even in the single panels it's the same. So now it's perfect. So in single panel and in double panel they have the same offsetting distances, and we have a little bit parametric door at least ready. Okay, we can reduce these plane lines at least, so we don't want these massive plane lines. So just drag this, drop it to the end of that line. Don't get confused. So yeah, right. So till now we have created at least part 1 and part 2. We have created a door panel, single and double both, and we have created some hardware of the door. The door handles are being created. Now we need to create some other hardwares like the locks and the hinges for the door. So we have these glass door locks and hinges. Um, like these at the bottom plates, they have these hinges are there. Okay, so we need to create that as well. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna create these lock and handles basically there for the door. So handles has been created, only the locks and hinges needs to be created. So that what we are supposed to do, and we'll see how we can create these types of you know hinges and locks basically. How do we apply them on the door, and how do we make that as well parametrically? Okay. So today we're gonna keep it till here. I'm gonna save this family now because it's like almost ready. So I'm gonna save this family and I'm gonna save it on the desktop. I'm gonna call this as curtain wall door with parameter. Okay. And I'm gonna hit on save button so that the family gets saved and stored. So we have almost ready. We have to do with another hardware details and the 2D swing action. Okay. Once these all parts have been ready, we'll then load it into our project to find out whether the door has been properly created or not, basically. Okay. So I want you to at
Yes.
least try this much part. I know it's little lengthy, but it's very important. The main purpose of Revit is creating families, basically. If once you know how to create your own parametric family, Revit is much easier to create anything, basically. You'll find more easier to understand it, basically. Okay, so try these parameters, understand it, basically. Watch the videos and understand the parameter usage, basically. Why I have created the handle offset and handle cell height and other things basically there, so that I can control these parameter in the project itself. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Also, so the
Yeah.
videos, could you send us the link from the your Outlook account
Oh,
so that we can directly download them, because
yeah.
on YouTube it is not possible.
Okay, no problem. I'll share you the Outlook account as well. You can download directly from
Yes.
there as well. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.